Hello everyone, welcome to this new career mode. In this career mode, we are gonna take Swindon Town, League 2 division from England to the upper stage of the Premier League, and we have the ambition to win the Champions League, we have the ambition to win the Premier League, and so on and so forth. But there is a twist. We are gonna do all of that by following the Moneyball strategy. Yes, you heard it right, the Moneyball strategy, which was implemented by the world famous, what is the game called, baseball coach in the United States. Then it was implemented in the Premier League by the clubs like Brentford and then Brighton, and in the Championship by Burnley. Now they are relegated to League One, unfortunately, but this is something which is seemed to be working, right? So we're gonna be focusing on high press football. We're gonna be focusing on good stamina players. Number two, we're gonna be focusing on youth players a lot. That doesn't mean our entire starting 11 will be 16-year-olds, because that will just make it unrealistic. We'll have good key players in one position who have more experience, and then we'll bring on youth players who can actually learn from that bigger and older pros. That's how the older pros can actually lead those guys, guide those youth players to be established league player, right? So that's the strategy for us, and I guess Brentford did that with I guess the lead center back, I forgot the name. They signed him and they developed Ethan Pinnock, and on the other hand another center back, I again forgot the name, but anyways, that will be a strategy. So if you're interested in watching a Moneyball career mode with youth focused, high stamina, high pace, be sure to watch this series. But this series is not for faint-hearted. We're not going to win the Champions League in 4 seasons. We're not going to be promoted in the Premier League in 5 or 6 seasons. It might take a bit longer than that. I believe the destination is not the most important thing. The journey is the most important thing. We're going to make relevant connections. We're going to be really deep dived into the players, like personal life, to how the players think, how the coaches think, how the club think. We're going to be developing the stadium so that the people can feel this is a stadium of their own. We need to bring people of the town to support Swindon Town, and we are going to do all of that in this career mode. So if that sounds exciting to you, make sure to drop a like in this video, subscribe in this channel for more career mode content. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with this Swindon Town career mode. So we're going to be starting off in County Ground, our home stadium, which has only 19,677 capacity, but we are going to be gradually developing our stadium as we go through as well, because that's a priority. We want to create an atmosphere where our fans will get engaged with the club. So yeah, that's it for the stadium. So as we're playing in England, I guess it's better to have it in sterling. I never have tried sterling before, but I think it is kind of realistic, so I'm gonna just for explanation, sterling means pounds, right? So it's all right, and this is the settings, and that's how we will begin our journey. So here we are starting our journey as Swindon Town manager. It's hopefully gonna be a very interesting series, and don't laugh at my stylish kits, like stylish things. Anyways, that's we are, and here it is, a preseason in tournament invite. I'm gonna accept one. I think we're gonna be well suited with playing against English teams, so we're gonna select this because this has 4 English teams. So yeah, that is the starting of our career mode. We are in July 1st 2023, and here it is, Swindon Town future bright with Hassan at helm. Hopefully this will be a great journey, but first of all, let me introduce you to our player. So this is the current squad right now. I like Jeffcott as a striker, he will stay. Shade looks very decent, young. McKidd is the main player. Hutton, alright. Botry needs some replacing. The center backs and the left back looks very decent. McDonald, Reed, I guess I'm gonna play Reed here. Gladwin can stay there. We're gonna need a center mid, and he is well suited at center back, so we're gonna replace him. So for the time being, Williams can stay there, but we definitely need midfielders, and we have good youth academy players. Like there is, I guess, a 16-year-old player I saw somewhere, probably. No, probably not. So this is our team, a lot of 50 rated players, but we're gonna develop them, we're gonna give them chances, and here's the overall team. we need some signings and we'll see what we can do, but we will do it in Moneyball like style. So we'll sign good value players for cheap money. Let's see what we can do. So yeah, I'm gonna transfer list some players, so let's see who I will transfer list. So until now, these are the players who are transfer listed. There's a whole lot of them, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 players are transfer listed because number one, they either don't fit my tactics, and number two, they're probably aging. So yeah, those are the players who I'm willing to sell and get some money, and then I will sign new players. So for the time being, I'm looking at some players. Let me show you who are the players I'm looking forward to signing. So here are the 3 players I have shortlisted, and you might have seen some players at the striker position, but those were just loan players, so those loans have expired right now. So we need some strikers. So I guess these are the 3 players I'm looking forward to for the striker position. He looks very good. He is in Atletico de Kolkata, or I guess ATK Mohun Bagan in Indian Super League, but in this save he is still in Australia. He is a very good player, but he's not willing to relocate at AFL League 2, which is fine. But I guess it's between then Dion Charles and Joe Ironside. Both players suit my profile. He has even high defensive work rate as well, but he will cost us a lot more, 475. So let's see. I want to try for Joe Ironside because he's a little bit cheaper, and let's see what we can do with it. So if things work out well, this probably will be our very first signing. Let's just swap some players, right? Because we won't need that many strikers in our club after this. So Tony Adeloye, Harry Parsons, Tony Adeloye. I'm perfectly fine with exchanging Tony Adeloye with 100k if it works. They want only 200,000, which is actually very nice. I'm gonna offer 150,000. See, we're getting a player of 375k for only 175,000, which is actually very good business for us. 160. We are okay with 160k. So Joe Ironside probably will be the first signing of this historic rebuild, and that's what we mean by Moneyball. We sign players with good attributes but with less money. He doesn't want to sign a long contract with us, which is alright because this is a League 2 club. We're going to propose a release clause of 100 million. He definitely is not going to accept, but 660, that's a bit too steep, so I'm not going to have that. So there it is. So Joe Ironside 1.3, he wants 1k only. So I'm ready to accept that. So this is our first signing done. So there it is, a new number 9, Joe Ironside. We signed him for only 160k. He's valued at 375k. So we're gonna chuck in a development plan to him, see if he develops. For the time being, Poacher is the one which seems alright. So yeah, this is our first signing done. For the time being, I don't think we can make much signings because we have only like 11,000 in wage budget and we have 0 transfer budget. So probably we have spent all the money we could have spent for this season only on one player. But the good thing is we have some decent youth academy players. So first up is Harry Lee, season Australian, 62 rated, 6'5", like 17 years old. Wonderful. There's Adam Wilson. He's also Australian. He's a good center back, up and coming, 16 years old only. I will give him some game time. Then there's Cameron Woodhouse, and we will need center mids in this like tactics of mine, so he will be a very crucial player. Then there's Ray Song Young, which I'm very excited about because he seems like the next Heung-min Son. I'm not even joking. He has brilliant attributes. Just look at it. He's only 15 years old, but he's already 69 rated. We secured his services from our youth scouts. We have sent a youth scout to South Korea. Then one day he was just watching a game in South Korea. Then he just noticed a player who wasn't impressed, like didn't impress his manager, so he was on the bench, but he played for only 10 minutes, and in that 10 minutes he scored 2 goals and created 1 assist. So that was really good. But I guess he's not getting more game times, but because he probably has some stuff he need to work around, especially in South Korea, if we want to play. So we have taken him into our ranks, and he was willing to join England. And these three players, they can speak English well, so they have also agreed to join our project because we have sold them the project, right? They're up and coming players. The sky's the limit for them. Nobody knows these players. They're underrated, and that's why we could sign them. But if they were like popular kids, Premier League clubs would have signed them. So there's that. That helped, and that's the Moneyball strategy. So these are the four players I'm really looking forward to develop in our like team, giving them some game time, crucial game time, which will be crucial for them in their development. So yeah, I'm gonna promote all four of them, but he is currently too young to be promoted. So Cameron Woodhouse is going to be promoted, Adam Wilson as well, and Harry Lees as well. So this is the about our youth academy for now. We're gonna set another youth scout in a moment when we'll have more cash after the transfer window. So yeah, this is it. Now let's just set up the team, because I don't think we're gonna be making any transfer for this window. We have already done enough business. I'm just gonna sell players to bring in some money, and then we'll see what we can do in the January transfer window. So let's go through the current lineup. So this will be our starting lineup for the season. Already two of our young players like Lees got his place in the starting lineup because our goalkeeper is 61 rated, and then Woodhouse like presently sitting in the center mid position. He's 17 years old, 64 rated, and our young center is 16 years old, 58 rated. He is on the bench. And another South Korean is on the youth academy. He's only 15. I will give him some game time instead of Shade, but Shade also looks like very good. So there are competitions for places. I'm really looking forward to using Darcy as well. He's 22, 57 rated, but it's all right. I think his stats are really good for a center like Cam. So let's see how I can give him some game time. But this is the lineup we are gonna be going with. So let's just begin the first game of the season right now. But before that, I'm just gonna set my scout. He's only 1 star. It's probably realistic for a League 2 club, but we are gonna develop on then when we have more money. So we're gonna send him for 6 months, looking for technically gifted player in Croatia. So there is that. So here we are finally at the first game of our season. I'm gonna attend the press conference because this is a historic moment, because this is our very first match in this career mode. So obviously I believe in these players, and yeah, improvement. Yeah, we have to be consistent to finish in the top half. See, expectations are really low, so that helps. So yeah, the reason behind that message is we sold some players, right? So we have to believe we have got the tools because they are youth academy and our like tactics board. So let me just show you for a second who are the players that we sold, right? So that you have a pretty good idea about what happened. So we sold these players for a very cheap amount of money because they weren't valued at that much. So yeah, this is it. So let's just jump into our first game of the season, and it's gonna be really exciting. So this is how the lineup's gonna look like. I'm gonna give debut to our goalkeeper and Woodhouse and Lees, one Australian, one New Zealand player, and this is gonna be the tactics. So let's get started with the game. So there it is, the first match in our League 2 campaign in our home ground. Look at the ground, that looks really nice. Look at the graphics as well. The umpire, the referees, and the fans are full into the stadium. They're gonna support this team, and this guy Harry McCurdy will be really important in this journey. We have some decent players, we have some decent youngsters. We're really looking forward to do something great in this season, and this will be very important. So this is our opponent, Hartlepool, I guess. Their jersey is quite good, very nice for a League 2 club, but this is gonna be quite challenging, right? So this is our like substitute bench and starting 11, hoping for a really good game. So yeah, let's just begin the game, right? So this is our match starting. So there's that. So yeah, that is it. We are still not having any possession right now. I don't know, I want more hardworking players in my team, but McCurdy's doing well. And there is the press I'm talking about. That's the high press you are gonna be seeing in this match. So yeah, that is just the beginning. Hopefully you are gonna see even more great stuffs in the up and coming moments. So there it is, McCurdy still has the ball. Good cross, but we couldn't do anything about that. We still have the ball, that's a good thing. So Reed is there, passes to Hutton, with a very bad pass, so we need some players in that department. Oh, by the way, we have already conceded a goal. How beautiful is that? Anyways, I'm just happy that this team is just playing right now, because it will take some time to be suited in this tactics, because it's not easy like running that much. But that wasn't a great debut for Lees, because he conceded a goal very early in the game. But no worries, that's a good goal, a good kick from the goalkeeper. Then there's McCurdy again, passing to Ironside. I guess the main problem is the width. The width is just too much. I guess I'm gonna shorten the width after a little bit, so that those players can pass the ball a bit more fluidly. So yeah, there is that for the time being, and I'll show you some highlights after the match, right? So that it will be not that boring. But let's see this. Divine has it, then Reed has it, and Woodhouse, our young player, Gladwin has it. uh, and the problem is our players are not like working hard enough, especially the wingers. uh, and we need some players in center mids to step up, right? So there's Woodhouse, we want something like that. Then Shade, then Divine still has it, but it's out. So yeah, that's disappointing. So we just jumped to the result, and the first match it didn't go in our side, but we still got a goal. Ratings wise, Woodhouse had a great performance, Least did decent. So yeah, it will take some time. We had the majority of the possession, by the way, but we still lost somehow, because Harder was a good team. So yeah, that wasn't a very great start of the season, but that's how we started. So there it is. So we have like 4 games left in this August month. We're gonna sim all 4 of the games, then we're just gonna pass this transfer window, then we will start actually implementing our tactics well. So let's just sim those 4 games. So we're just near the end of the transfer window, and we have simmed all those 4 games. So here are the results: 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, complete mid-table performance. Then here it is, we have like passed through the transfer window. Now after 5 games, Swindon Town are in the 11th position, winning 2 games, drawing 1, losing 2. 7 goals scored, 7 goals conceded. We have 7 points. So yeah, for the time being, things looks good. Woodhouse already got promoted to their national team, so that's a good news for him. So there it is. And there's our entire team. We have only 4 players here, so we're going to need some inclusions very quickly. And I guess I need to provide a camp position to give some players game time, because Williams can do well with that, Darcy can do well with that. So I guess instead I'm gonna give Gladwin a cam role, so that other players can also get chances. So yeah, that is it for that August part. Now let's gonna sim through the January, and let's see what we have, and after that this episode will be finished for today. So we are now in December 2023, and surprisingly I think we have done quite well. We're in the round 3 of Papa John's Trophy, so there is a possibility of winning something. And Carabao Cup, yeah, we got knocked out very early. In the FA Cup we also got knocked out, so we are not there. So, but in the Sky Bet League 2 we're in the 5th position, so we are in the playoffs position for promoting into the League 1. That's very good. We scored 42 goals. We have a very good positive goal difference. We only conceded 27. That is probably the 2nd best defense in the entire league. So there is that. We have done very well after the initial 5 games. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the overall team. So that is it for this video, I guess. And in the next video we're gonna progress through the season, and we're gonna plan about some transfers, because a lot of players have their contracts expiring. Just let me show you that. Just let me show you the ratings first. So Shade improved quite a bit. Ironside, McCurdy, Hutton, Harris, Wilson is scoring quite well. 16 years old still, 60 rated already, and yeah, at least 65 rated, so that is quite good. But we don't have much players in our club anyways. And the main problem is we only have 22 players. Among them, 7 players have their contract expiring this season. So there is a lot of things we need to do in the upcoming videos, so yeah, stay tuned. So we have quite a good budget right now after selling a lot of players. So we have around like 1 million and 6k wage budget. So we are gonna be signing some players in the January transfer window. We're gonna be signing youth players potentially, and yeah, And in the youth academy, we have sent us out to Croatia. We have got two players, Kovacevic and Bosko Jukic. Both of those players doesn't seem that well, but yeah, they were the best out of the worst. So this is it for the first video. Hope you liked it, and if you want more of this content, please subscribe to this channel. Hopefully I'll be bringing you more this type of content. So yeah, stay tuned. Goodbye.